Here, Friday night, the Sabbath night here. It's really hot out here. It's been hot all day. We got up to about 90 here. Very humid and sticky too. It's very uncomfortable actually. So I'm still in my Bible reading here. I'm in Matthew chapter 24 tonight. And let's see. And this is a prophetic chapter here. And Jesus went out, it says, departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, that there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. So that actually happened in 70 AD when the Romans came and sacked the city of Jerusalem and actually literally destroyed the temple. All the gold that was in the temple, they literally pried stones off one another because of to get to all that gold that was on that temple, and just made it was just a total destruction of the temple. It was just a big pile of rubble there, and so that actually came to pass just as Jesus said it would happen. And here in Matthew chapter 24 verse 2 here, says, There shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. So, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? So, and Jesus answered and said unto them, says, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. It says, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. So Jesus is continuously warning about deception here, about the rise of false Christ, false prophets. Verse 12 says, And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in the field turn back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation. So this is talking about the days of tribulation here. But then it talks about the shall be great tribulation here. This would be the middle part of the tribulation here. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, and the elect here would be the people of Israel, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So here is got a little glimpse into the tribulation period here. That's why verse 12 says, But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. That's talking about those who would endure the tribulation, the 7 years of tribulation here. You're going to say, oh, well, you're reading all this stuff into the text. It doesn't mention anything about 7 years. Well, if you go back to the prophet Daniel, it definitely teaches that 70th week of Daniel there. And Jesus also made mention of the abomination of desolation, made reference to Daniel the prophet in verse 15. So he's warning, he's speaking to the Jewish people here. Of course, he's speaking to his disciples, his Jewish disciples, but he's speaking to the people of Israel here. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, says, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, says, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him that is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation. So this is a great time of the great tribulation here, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And we could go back to the prophet Daniel about the abomination of desolation. Let's see. Let's go back to Daniel the prophet here. Yep, Daniel. Abomination of desolation here. Okay, so here, if we look, this is chapter 8, Daniel 8, chapter 8 here. It talks about the daily sacrifice, starting at verse. This is a vision of Daniel had a vision of the he-goat and the ram with the two horns, which signified the Medo-Persian Empire, and the he-goat symbolized the Greek Empire under Alexander the Great. And I will start at verse I guess I start at the beginning here, that way build up to it. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me Daniel, says, after that which appeared unto me at the first. And I saw in the vision, and it came to pass, when I saw, that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam. And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Ulai. Then I lifted up mine eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, while one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will, and became great. And as I was considering it, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground. And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. And he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I had seen standing before the river, and ran unto him in the fury of his power. And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with choler against him, and smote the ram, and brake his two horns, and there was no power in the ram to stand before him. But he cast him down to the ground, and stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand. Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken. And forth came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great, toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression. And it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, How long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice, and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden under foot? And he said unto me, Unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. So here we read about this desolation here, the sanctuary here. And that's talking about during the reign of Antiochus Epiphanes here. But then we go to chapter 11 here. Daniel chapter 11 verse 30 says, For the ships of Kittim shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. An arm shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword and by flame, by captivity and by spoil many days. Now when they shall fall, they shall be holpen with a little help, but many shall cleave to them with flatteries. And some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them and to purge, and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done. It says, Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any god, for he shall magnify himself above all. Then it goes on here. Then we turn to chapter 12 here in Daniel here. And I will start up verse 1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth with the children of thy people. And that talk about the people of Israel. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never was since there was a nation even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. Of course, we know that's talking about the people of Israel, thy people. Daniel's people was the Jewish people. Every one that shall be found written in the book. And it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Then verse 5 says, then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. And the one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, How long shall it be to the end of these wonders? I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times and in half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. And I heard, but I understood not. Then said I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and abomination that maketh desolate set up. This is what Jesus was talking about, Matthew 24 here. This is yet future here. There shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth, and cometh to the 1,330 days. But go thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of days. So Jesus was making reference to this here in chapter 12, actually, because in chapter 11 is talking about the Antiochus Epiphanes here. He's infamously called the Antichrist of the Old Testament there, because he did set up the idol on the temple there. I think it was Zeus or something, the Greek god Zeus or Jupiter, one of those Greek gods, Roman gods, and he offered up a pig on the altar too. So he's kind of like the Antichrist of the Old Testament, but yet Jesus said he made into a future tense here when he mentioned Daniel the prophet here. We go back to Matthew 24. So it says this. Chapter 24, verse 15, Jesus speaking to his disciples, it says, When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. It says, Whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them that which be in Judea flee into the mountains. And let him that be in the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation. So this will be in the middle of the 7-year tribulation period here. Such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. We compare that with Daniel chapter 12 here. So we're comparing scripture with scripture once again here to get the correct and proper interpretation of the Word of God. So Daniel chapter 12 says, verse 1 says, At that time shall Michael stand up, says, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So there's going to be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. It's about the Great Tribulation, people. So that's what Jesus was making reference to in here, Matthew chapter 24 here. This is yet future here. This hasn't taken place at all yet. So I will read verse 15 again. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. And let them that be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him that is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you that this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. It's about that generation that's living at that time. It says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noe were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noe entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came, and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would have not suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Says, who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour when he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And it goes on here. I think we're going to pick this up next time here, because it's actually... Well, I guess we could read it real fast here. Chapter 25 here. Okay, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants, and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time the Lord of those servants cometh, and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he that had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not straw. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not straw. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations. And this will be at the second coming here. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, gotta stretch my leg. Oh, okay. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Remember, this is the judgment of the nations when Jesus Christ returns and he sits on David's throne there in Jerusalem. And he's going to judge all the nations. This is at the beginning of his reign, the 1,000-year reign, the millennial reign here. So keep that in mind when this takes place here. It says, For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. So, alright, so I'm going to leave off here at chapter 26. We got a couple more chapters here in the Gospel of Matthew here. We're going to get into the Last Supper here, and then the betrayal. of Jesus when he was arrested in the garden, and you know the events that transpired there. All right, folks. All right, thank you for watching this Friday night, this Sabbath night here at the Camp Gospel here. All right, I'll be back. God bless.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Yay! Blow, blow, blow. Blow, blow.
Blow!
Lapit ka. Natakot na kasi siya, di ba, nung napasok siya?
Sige. Hilapit mo sa kanya.
Dali. 1, 2, 3, blow. Yay!
Daddy,